Attachment is a psychological bond that connects us to people, places, experiences, and identities that provide emotional significance, security, belonging, or meaning. At its healthiest, attachment allows people to experience intimacy without losing themselves. It creates trust, connection, emotional safety, and the ability to depend on others while remaining psychologically independent. But attachment can become complicated when the mind begins treating another person or relationship as essential to personal stability. A person may start believing that their emotional security depends on receiving constant attention, reassurance, affection, or approval. The fear of losing the attachment can then become stronger than the ability to enjoy the relationship itself. This is where attachment can turn into anxiety, possessiveness, jealousy, overthinking, or emotional dependence. The deeper roots of attachment often develop through early experiences of connection and separation. When affection and emotional availability feel consistent, the mind can gradually learn that closeness is safe and that distance does not necessarily mean abandonment. When connection feels unpredictable, the mind may become more vigilant. It may constantly monitor changes in tone, attention, behavior, and affection. A delayed response can feel threatening because the present moment becomes connected to an older expectation of loss. Other people may experience the same event as ordinary, while the attached person experiences it as evidence that the relationship is becoming unstable. Attachment, therefore, involves more than loving someone. It involves the internal meaning the mind assigns to closeness and separation. The deeper psychology of attachment becomes visible when a person struggles to distinguish love from emotional dependence. Love allows another person to exist as an independent individual. Attachment anxiety can create the desire to reduce that independence because uncertainty feels threatening. The person may seek constant reassurance, become overly accommodating, suppress personal needs, or attempt to control the relationship in order to prevent loss. Paradoxically, these behaviors can create pressure that damages the connection they are trying to protect. Another form of attachment appears through emotional avoidance. Someone may become extremely independent, refuse vulnerability, or distance themselves whenever intimacy becomes serious because needing another person feels dangerous. Both excessive dependence and excessive avoidance can represent different strategies for dealing with the same fundamental uncertainty surrounding connection. Healthy attachment does not mean becoming emotionally detached or eliminating the need for others. It means developing the ability to remain connected without making another person responsible for your entire sense of worth and stability. A secure inner foundation allows closeness without possession and separation without psychological collapse. This requires self-trust, emotional regulation, boundaries, and the ability to tolerate uncertainty. It also requires understanding that relationships can change without invalidating the meaning they once carried. People may leave, relationships may end, and circumstances may shift. But these experiences do not automatically mean that you are unworthy of love. The deepest psychological freedom comes from understanding that attachment is valuable without becoming a prison. You can love deeply while allowing another person to remain free. You can miss someone without losing yourself. You can experience separation without believing that your identity has disappeared with the relationship. Attachment becomes healthier when connection adds to your life rather than becoming the condition that makes life feel worth living. The goal is not to care less. It is to care without surrendering the self.